Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This is going to be my review of the Witch Hat Altera. So I'm pretty excited about it because, well, I did a whole vlog about reading it, so I'm going to review it because that's what I do here. So this book series, I read all 10 volumes that are out, and I'm not going to lie, it is really good. This is a really fun series. There's a lot of depth to it. At first, on face value, you kind of read it and you're like, oh, but once you get past like the halfway part of just the first volume, you kind of just really start loving these characters and understanding these characters. We're gonna start off. So you start out with the book. Actually, you don't even start with the main character. Start out with this guy named Quifre. Quifre is the mentor of the story. And his backstory is actually pretty cool. I won't spoil it because it's actually just interesting to learn what happened to him. And he goes to his town, and this little girl comes out. She's like, oh my gosh, it's a witch, it's a witch. And her mother is like, well, don't get too excited because you can't do magic. Now, magic in this world is a very interesting way of how they do it. But the girl who can't do magic is named Coco. And what happens is Coco talks to Quifre about wanting to do magic. And he's like, you know, anyone can do magic. But that's about it. He explains it that anyone can do magic, and he told her, he's like, if you guard this house, I might show you how to. And so he guards this, and she guards the house while he's doing it, and these bullies are trying to like get in there, and obviously she says no, and she climbs up on top of the roof to prevent them from, because that's where they were, and then they stop because the windows are all blocked out, so they're like, all right, never mind. But she falls through, and she sees how he does it, and it's by drawing. Now, I think that's such an interesting way to do magic. So how they do magic is by drawing symbols and stuff, and it has to be perfect or it could be a mistake. And that's kind of what happens in this book. Is the first volume is she tries to copy what he did and ends up destroying her house and turning her mother to stone. And basically through this whole thing is now she's trying to learn how to revert back to her mother not being stoned. So through this whole thing, it's just very endearing because then obviously you as the reader, you're learning what is going through Coco's POV, and you get to meet a lot of other characters, which is fun. And the other thing I'm going to say about this, and I'm really happy about reading this, is all these other characters, all these girls, all have their own personalities, and they all are unique in their own ways, and that's what's so cool about it all. They all go through these troubles, but they all do things differently in each one of these problems. Like if the group is all in a spot, they each want to try to do something differently, which I really like. I don't like one-dimensional characters, and that's not how it feels with any of these characters. You actually really start caring and enjoying who these characters are and what they want to do and what their purposes are. You learn about each one slowly, and that's what I really like. I think the best part about this is the character development. So my biggest flaw about this, and maybe it's just because I'm used to reading a lot of different manga or watching anime that involves a lot of fighting, this doesn't do too much action. It's not a lot. I think that's the biggest downfall is the action. There's not a lot of it. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Personally, I don't think that's a bad thing for me. I enjoyed it, but for some people, it might just be like, oh man, this is kind of boring. So yeah, that's the only thing I can really complain. But other than that, it does a phenomenal job of character development. The character growth in this is really good. And it's not just from Coco, it's the other girls, it's Quifre. And you get to learn so much about each one of these characters that you're just like, man, I want more. And after I finished the 10th volume, there's a little bit of me that was like sad because, well, I can't read anymore. I'm done. Now I have to wait. I'm one of those people that have to wait. But I heard that they're doing an anime adaptation, which I'm actually pretty excited for because I will definitely watch it. But all in all, I really like this series. I'm giving it like a 4.5 out of 5 stars just because I wish there was a little bit more action to it because it doesn't show you how they fight, which is kind of upsetting. Like, because I'm in my head, this magic is so cool. How do they do fighting then? Like, how are fights performed in this? And I think what's going to happen is the ending is going to be where it's like a big fight, and it's going to be pretty cool to watch. But I really like the magic. I think the magic system's really unique. Because some people do, I watch a lot of booktubers talk World Breaker, I think it's from Brandon Sanderson, where it's about color. So it's kind of the same premise, I think. I don't know, I haven't read it. I only read 2 Brandon Sanderson books. So anyways, that's not about Brandon. We're going to talk about this. But anyways, this book, I really enjoyed it. And like I said, 4.5 out of 5 stars. But anyways, if you guys make it to the end of the video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and check out all my socials down below. I really appreciate it, and thank you. I hope you guys stay safe, stay hungry, and tell someone you love them. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.